What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back. Finally, out of the news desert, the Batman Returns figure is here from Hot Toys. It's officially released. And I gotta ask you guys, did it improve? Or is it about the same as the prototype? I'm curious to see what you guys are gonna have to say about it. So stick around if you like the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, and let's get into it.
I give you Ben Thomas Showdown. Here we go.
So, I gotta say, this has been one that I've been heavily anticipating for a while now. I can't believe that the pre-order went up for this in September of 2024 already. So, over a year ago. It's amazing how fast time goes by for me lately. I don't know if you guys feel that same way, but I was stoked because we saw some evidence that there were some shipper boxes arriving in Hong Kong today, both of the Batman Returns, as well as the God Loki. So I'd be shocked if we don't see a release of God Loki either tonight or maybe even the next couple days here. But let's talk about this figure, because I had the question for you guys at the beginning of the video. Is this better or about the same as the prototype? Maybe a bit of a detraction, maybe not as good as the prototype. I'm curious to see what you guys are going to have to say about this, because keep in mind that there was at least two SKUs for this Batman Returns. There was the standard edition that does not come with the unmasked head sculpt, it doesn't come with the battle damaged cowl, and it doesn't come with the cool display base that you can do kind of that gargoyle fit on, or that Catwoman, cat head thing. Doesn't come with any of that. So if you just wanted this Batman, I gotta say right out the gate, this Batman looks fantastic. It's exactly as advertised, in my opinion. I think they nailed the coloration of the yellow. I really like that. I think the suit itself poses better than I would have expected, if I'm honest, but is still clearly restricted. Like, there are some photos where you do see some shoulder bunching and everything, but that's to be expected with this type of Batman figure. You're not getting this necessarily for the dynamic posing. You're getting this because you want this representation of this iconic Batman in your display, and that's exactly where I'm at, if I'm honest. I've never had this Batman Return suit in my display, and I'm really excited. Now, I did go in on the deluxe pack because I really wanted to see what it would look like to have Michael Keaton, the head sculpt in hand with the battle damaged look, posed up against my Jazz Inc. battle damaged Catwoman that I've got coming. So I've got kind of this display in mind for the end of the Batman Returns film, right? But I gotta say, when I saw the prototype go up for this, I thought, oh my god, they absolutely finally just nailed Michael Keaton's likeness. Nailed it. And I will say that I like this new one too. I think the release here looks fantastic. Are there a couple details that looked a little washed away? Maybe subtly around the eyebrows, especially some of the depth of the eyes. It also looks like he's got a little bit larger of a head, where Michael Keaton had a pretty kind of slim profile in his face. This looks a little bit more expanded. Now, without a direct comparison, like you can see here on the screen, the prototype being on the left and the new photo being on the right, I think they both freaking look like Michael Keaton. They did a great job here. And I will say this, for me, this likeness is easily an 8.5 to a 9. They've really got it here. Considering we saw that ballerina figure go up a couple weeks ago and it just looked terrible right from prototype stage, this was one I hoped that they just wouldn't have a downgrade on that sculpt. And for me, they nailed it. Now, what do you guys think when you're comparing this here? Again, the proto on the left, the final on the right. Do you think that the final has had a downgrade? Do you think it could just be lighting or blogger photos? Because I will say these blogger photos go ham as well. They're doing a really good job at capturing the essence of Batman here, in my opinion, especially with some of these shots. Like, some of these feel like they're ripped right off of the movie poster, which is cool. Now, at first, I also did not like the expanded cape look. At first, I was thinking, like, where the hell am I going to put that in my display to begin with? But also, the capes from Hot Toys notoriously aren't that great, so I'd already put in an order through 1/6 Kit for a Jackson Jew cape for this guy to be replaced. But with the expandable look, that's an iconic scene. It's iconic for him as this Batman in particular. I don't love the look of the material, if I'm honest, especially when it's at full extension. But there's this one photo right here where it's down at his sides, and I'm thinking, oh my god, if I had the real estate vertically for this look, that might be the way that I display it right there, just in the Batman outfit. That is a crazy picture. That photo goes hard, guys. So like, that sold me on this extendable cape section that's got a little bit of, structure to it. I think that looks freaking awesome. Now, the rest of the accessories here, not disappointed at all. Honestly, I feel like it's exactly as advertised. They look and feel to me from the photos just as good as what we saw from solicitation. So no complaints on the paint applications on the bases. Those bases look really cool. Also the mouth plates, that's sometimes where Batman figures can go a little off the rails in my opinion. He for some reason often has like that pouty look or something that just doesn't look quite good. Obviously Christian Bale's kind of the worst offender for that, but this figure, when it was solicited again over a year ago, had one sculpt that gave him kind of like a bucktooth look in my opinion, and kind of like a rabbit. And I think they actually kind of improved that here. I do think that this looks better than the original solicitation for sure. So I think that's an improvement on the mouth plates at the very least, if you just got the Batman. Now, my question goes back to you guys as well here. Once again, is this an improvement? Is this a downgrade from prototype? If so, on either counts, how do you plan to display this in your collection? Did you go and get 2 of these so you could have multiple looks? Are you pairing them with any of the Jazz Inc. characters like I plan to do? Again, I'm thinking Sewer Penguin and Battle Damaged Catwoman next to my Batman here with the ripped off cowl. I think that's going to look freaking awesome. But I'd love to hear how you guys plan to display this figure in your own collection. And again, with how good these photos are, the standard edition looks like it's still up for order on Sideshow. You can still lock it in as a pre-order, and waitlist is still open on the deluxe. So something to consider keeping in mind as you progressively get more hyped up before the holiday season. But stay tuned, guys, because I'm sure that we'll see a God Loki video popping up here from me here pretty soon as well, and I'll definitely give my thoughts on him because I really liked the Loki television show. I liked the way it ended, and I was excited to see how that figure is going to turn out, especially with Tom Hiddleston's likeness. Again, these are both those actors who have had some pretty great likenesses and some that could definitely use some love, and I think they're getting better. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But guys, if you liked the video today, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Wow, what a great audience. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.
Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
It's gone. It's all gone.